Hey guys, I'm back. I'm doing a quick broadcast this Tuesday night. It is 21:21. That's 9:21 p.m. Tuesday the 8th of May. And I got a little something different for you. So, I'm going to be testing out the Okay, so yeah, I guess it would be prudent to start going in. So,
Cave Johnson here. Every time I look at our test chamber production line, I am reminded of my father. Now, he wasn't a scientist, just a simple farmer, a professor of farming at the local farm college. Never farmed a day in his life, but his theories on farming are the backbone of this company. Do it from scratch. Spare no expense. And never cut corners. Well, that's a corner-cutting machine. We obviously cut them there. Point is, we've always done things the way my father did. And his father before him, and his father before him, and his father before him. And we are almost bankrupt. So, time for a cheaper approach. Allow me to introduce the multiverse. Infinite Earth with an infinite number of apertures. And as of now, they are going to take over all test chamber construction. And more importantly, all paying for test chamber construction. Why are they agreeing to do that? They're not. We're tricked.
anyway, that's a quick overview. So, let's start just by playing a quick change. So, let's browse the workshop. Everything is being done through the Steam Workshop interface. Very nice, very nice. And let's take a look at what's most popular right now. So let's take a look at well, let's take a look at the top rated. Okay, very top rated. Transfer, Bridge over Goo, Gate. Okay, let's just take a look at transfer. Okay, I want to see what this one's like. So subscribe to it. Okay, and we'll be downloading next time I launch the game. Okay, so we've got that. But let's actually go through and create a test chamber. I've already published a quick test of a test chamber, if you know what I mean. So, new chamber. As you can see in the Portal 2 editor, we start out with a very humble beginning. There are a few items here that are required. You get given a door to exit. You can move it, and the door to enter from, you can move it, but you can't delete them. And yep, that's another door. What am I saying? That's the large observation room. You have to have that somewhere. Anyway, as you know, dark, sort of grey, can't be portal. White, you can portal. You just get this kind of room. Now. First thing what I'm going to do is select the whole thing and say, okay, I'm not going to allow portals anywhere in the room for now. Actually, no, I'm going to allow portals everywhere. I think this will be easier, and then I'll just restrict portals to where I need them. Okay, there we go. So, there's our humble little room, and we're just going to drag it out a little more this way. Okay, this is our first testing room. I'm actually going to put the exit up here, and I'm going to put the entrance down here, and then I'm going to extend this wall out like that. Over here you have the item panel, which is where you can select items to place in the level. So I'm going to place some deadly goo. I'm going to put it just there. It's deadly. And I'm also going to place some glass. See various handles here for resizing and for moving. So there we go. That's just a visual thing, to be honest. I just wanted to see how the glass panels really work. That's just a little visual handle, so you know where you can click it to activate. Now, as for the other sections of the level, we're going to need somewhere for the player to land, so they can come through this door, like that. And I'm also going to close the door, because I'm very evil. And okay, I don't want any portals going on this area. There you go. Unportaled. You can also hit the P key to toggle if something can be portaled, and use the plus minus buttons to move walls in and out. So that's a structure. Now we need to try and find a way for the player to get from this start point to this end point. I've just sort of moved. Stair item, not really useful. I'm going to try using a tractor platform. Fantastic. Okay, so that's how those work. Okay, that's not of much use. Right, I'm going to need to activate the surface that you use to portal up, which isn't that one. I'm going to move that panel back so I can add a flipping panel. Okay, flipping panels do go in the wall, so move that there. Add a flip panel, and I want to say it's not portable. And in fact, we're just going to select the whole room and say no portals anywhere in this room, because, well, we're stingy like that, and otherwise we'd make the whole thing too easy. So we need a way to activate this, so we need to give the player a challenge to activate that. So I'm going to do it with a cube button. I think I'm going to use cube and button based testing, because, well, we all know that cube and button based testing is infallible. So I'm going to extend that out a bit, and just for the sake of making the room look a bit tidier, I'm also going to extend it down, but not like that. Right, okay, what the... I want to select that surface and chomp. There we go. So our pool of deadly goo is slightly... it's less square. Now, how do we get up there? How do we activate that area? Well, we need to get a button here. Now we need to find a way to put a portal such that the player can press this button to activate that. In fact, we're actually going to connect them together so that we know they're related. And I'm going to have to connect that to something else to make sure the door will have to be unlocked. So the exit isn't going to start open. And I think a good way to do that is with laser testing. Laser bait. Everyone loves lasers. Okay, and we need to make sure that laser's placed at the bottom of that area, just so that when it does come through, I'm going to give the player a hint. I'm going to use a... Whoops. We're going to use one of these plates. And I'm just going to change the angle a bit, so it's a nice... And make sure they can put a portal there. So that should be fairly obvious. What might be less obvious is the fact that over here is where I'm going to put the receiver. And the receiver is just going to be something simple like that. I'm literally just going to connect that to the door. And then we're going to need a way for the player to actually put something there. And I think I'm just going to say, yeah, we can put portals here. Actually, no, bad idea. Okay, I don't want to put portals there. That would make the whole thing far too easy, I think. So we're actually going to do something a bit... Okay, we have this here. And that is hooked to that button, so really all I need is a cube of some sort. I'll make it a companion cube because I'm not heartless. We don't want a dropper, so it's just a cube alone. Now, how do we get that over there? Simply put, people can put portals there, and I think just for added evil genius, we will put portable here. And we will have a bridge emitter here, nice and low. Just to almost to mess with them. And yeah. So that will hopefully put the player in a position where they can complete the level. Let's just go in and do a quick test, see if the level can be played, see how well it can be played, and those initial bugs that will inevitably exist. I think I already know what one of them is. And I have a terribly runny nose right now. So apologies for a sniffle. Right, so this is our chamber, as it looks in the game. Looks just like a portal test chamber. And yeah, as you can see, the first problem is how do we get this cube across? We've already hit a snag. Well, I think the answer would actually be innovation. As you can see, we can just go through here, and then we end up in this little alcove. So I think if we go back to the editor, I think we can do something with this. Also just going to do CG show CG FP. Right, that's just me messing around. Okay, so I think if we were to make that surface portable, but not from over there, so I think that means we need to move this guy. Need to move that up and that up. So we can push that back in. Unportal that, portable that. I think that would be a yeah, I would say that's a nearly playable level. If we go into the test chamber play mode, which we're doing now, and take another look and see how it plays, we hopefully see that it does play and that it is a level which a player can have a go at and complete. There we go, here's the level. Da 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 da. Laser. There's the light bridge. Here's our lonely cube. And we go through here, drop the cube, and we should be able to just about, there we go. It's a bit of a sneaky puzzle, I'd say. And now we need to just yeah, I would say you could almost do this. I think we just have, yeah, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna exit back up to the editor. I think there's only one more thing we have to fix. First of all, we can unportal that, and second of all, we can portal this, and that should, in our theory, allow us to get to here. In theory, so we build and retry playing the chamber. Yeah, it gives you a couple of tips here and there. Overall, I'm enjoying this editor. It's only one of the better editors that I've used recently. The Valve Hammer editor is fantastically powerful, fantastically useful. editor, but it is very difficult to start with. You really do need to know a little bit about how the game works. I dare say that's something that a lot of people would struggle with. This, you can get in there and you can just start it, or it textures everything and builds all of the parts of the levels for you. Luckily, with Portal's modular level design aesthetic, for the most part, it is possible to make such a... Now, this is the interesting part. It is... possible. All I have to do is just be able to jump, and there we go. And then you can just shoot portals like that. And then portal here, portal there. Okay. Error in design. So, just one last bug to fix, which is this. We don't need that. We just need that. And then I'm actually going to add some aesthetic parts, like the lights. Okay, useful tip I've just sort of worked out myself. You can control drag an item to duplicate it somewhere else in the level. So it's going to moan. You can't... You technically can do that. The game is completely capable of that existing. But the poor... I guess it's to just stop people doing stupid stuff with the editor, which I don't quite think is the Valve way. Valve games always tend to have some pretty stupid levels made by players. Now, I'm not lighting this room up at all properly, but it's, oh yeah, I've moved it, haven't I? I think I've moved it away. No, I think it's just not allowed to go on. No? There you go. Right, and if we play that, it should be a little better illuminated and we'll be able to see what we're doing. And we don't have to mess around with what we would normally do in Hammer with placing light sources and environment lights and point lights and spotlights. This just builds all those for us with all of the visual light instead of just having invisible plate points that emit on the map that emit light. So, as you can see, loading up and enter the chamber. Much easier to see what I'm doing. Right click here, left click there, walk over here, grab cube, walk all the way along here. Now, as for the difficulty at this level, it's clearly pretty simple. Just like the editor itself, though. Okay, and pull this through. But I do think this editor's great. It frees people to think about the puzzle and not think about... There you go, that flips that around so we can get to there. And then we just have to drop portals here, there. And there you go. There is how you would complete that level. Fairly simple, maybe not too pretty, but there is at least... It's at least a chamber which is pretty well complete. And it's built to all the correct proportions and dimensions that you would see in the normal Portal maps. So, what else can we do with the editor? What other options are available to us? Well, I'm going to X out to the editor. I'm just going to save this. Just save as stream example chamber. There we go. It's the chamber I made on my stream. It's pretty descriptive. Saving, and let's load up my very first chamber. This is the first chamber I ever made. There you go. This is my very first attempt at making a chamber. It's actually a little more complicated looking now I think about it. Although I am actually going to add more lights. Where else do we need lights? We need lights here. Actually, I'm going to put lights vertically there, and another one here. Oop, don't want to move that light. I want to just add a light over here, and add some lights here, and there. A bit random, but hopefully it'll at least let you see that I can now actually see what I'm doing in this puzzle. So it is important in this editor to actually add lights around your chamber, just so people can see what they're doing. And there's a couple of things in here that you just need to really be aware of. So yeah. This chamber, I wouldn't say it's very difficult. It's just portal, button, cube. Okay, I have actually managed to fail my own chamber. That's actually a good sign, I'd say. That means that your chamber has some level of skill involved. There is something more than just walking into it and being able to solve the problem. So, there we go. Here's the puzzle. And jump. Do a nice big jump over here. Now once you come through there, you need to... There we go. So you can see you play as the black cutout. The just the silhouette of a what was it? Test subject, I guess. Oh. And my cube has officially glitched up on me. Whoa. And you just want to build that there. And well, there we go. So now we can pick up one of these. Drag it out over here. And then being careful. Well, we don't have to really be careful. However, I think I could just defeat the entire purpose of this, now I think about it, with this. If this worked... Okay, that worked. Okay, so we now know that we need to use a sphere switch here, another cube switch, and replace the cube spawner with a sphere spawner. So if we can do that, we can fix that to the editor. We can actually turn that and change that to a button of a sphere, and change that to the emitter of the sphere. And then we build and play puzzle. And we should be able to see the improved version where it's harder to cheat. So that there is only one true solution to beating the puzzle. Any other solutions I would have to give kudos. So I really wanted to end this puzzle, which is just a quick demo. I knocked it up in a few minutes on my first attempt with the editor. I just wanted to really demonstrate, well, really, a lot of the ideas that are used in the test chambers of Portal. I'm actually just gonna throw that over there. See? This is now a sphere button. Cubes are ineffective. Or ineffective, I should really be saying. There we go, there's a sphere. And we actually now need to run over. It's actually an edgeless safety cube. Because Aperture Science takes your safety seriously. Luckily, this bridge is nice and close, so it will just roll in there quite happily, so we can move over and activate the button. And that is now a chamber which can only be completed in the way I designed, unless someone has come up with some crazy way to get the cube to get that sphere spawner to work without doing. Basically, the only way anyone can complete this puzzle without doing what I just did is to find an easier way to get is to find an easier way of getting this sphere, this cube, over there, over here, pointing this way, and then to get the sphere from there to here. So I'd say that's a successful chamber. Anyway, this wasn't going to be a long stream, and it isn't, so and now we can rebuild the test chamber, publish it back out, so you can see the process that a chamber would go through once tested, when you want to actually send it out to the world. And let them see it. So this is a sort of higher, okay, yeah, and we can do that, and publish in test chamber. It's all completely integrated into the game. It's fantastic. And there you go. As soon as your level has been properly uploaded and submitted to the Steam Workshop, we get a nice... Okay, there's a lot of random tags there. There you go. See, same thing. That's how we do it. That is how you publish to the Steam Workshop your new Portal level. So I'm going to just leave you with this wonderful image of the person drowning in here, and the back, and how beautiful this editor is. It's really clean and it's really simple and easy to use, and I think the only thing it's missing is really instructions, but I think, as you saw from this demonstration, it's easy enough to use, I'd say. So thanks for watching, and I am going to save my changes and exit out. So there we go. This has been a stream from Takuma Katakari, and I hope you all enjoyed what I just did there. Short stream, I know, but it's a Tuesday evening and I'm not doing well. So thanks for watching, take care, good night.